Listen to me. Right now, in this exact moment, you're waiting for something. You tell yourself it's not the right time. You tell yourself you need more preparation. You tell yourself you need someone to tell you it's okay. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. Nobody is coming to give you permission. Not your parents, not your boss, not your friends, not even the version of yourself you think you need to become. The permission you're waiting for, it doesn't exist. And while you sit there, paralyzed by the need for approval, life is passing you by. Your dreams are getting older. Your potential is rotting. So let me ask you something. How much longer are you going to wait? You wake up every morning with a war inside your chest. You feel it, don't you? That pull, that voice that says, you could be more than this. But then the fear comes rushing in. The doubt, the voices of everyone who ever told you to stay small, to be realistic, to stop dreaming so big. You feel tired. Tired of starting and stopping. Tired of watching other people live the life you know you're capable of. Tired of explaining yourself to people who will never understand. You feel confused. Confused about your purpose. Confused about whether you're good enough. Confused about whether this dream inside you is real or just foolish hope. You feel broken. Broken by rejection. Broken by failure. Broken by the weight of expectations, yours and everyone else's. And here's what happens. You start waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for more money. Waiting for more time. Waiting for someone to validate your vision. You scroll through social media and watch people younger than you winning. People less talented than you succeeding. People with half your potential living at full capacity. And it eats at you. Because deep down, you know the truth. You're not waiting for permission. You're waiting for courage. But what if I told you something that changes everything? What if the very thing you think is holding you back, is actually the proof you're ready? Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will shift everything. Here's the revelation. Permission is a prison. Think about it. Every great person in history, every world changer, every innovator, every legend, they all had one thing in common. They moved without permission. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't wait for America to be ready. He declared the dream anyway. Steve Jobs didn't wait for experts to approve his vision. He built it in a garage. Oprah didn't wait for the world to crown her. She crowned herself. Because here's what they understood. Waiting for permission is just fear dressed up as wisdom. It's your ego protecting itself. It's your comfort zone disguising itself as being responsible. But let me tell you what permission really is. Permission is you giving away your power. It's you saying, I don't trust myself enough to decide. And every day you wait, you reinforce that belief. You teach yourself that you're not enough. That your judgment can't be trusted. That you need someone else to validate your existence. But here's the twist. The discomfort you feel, that restlessness, that voice that won't shut up. That's not weakness. That's your greatness knocking. What you call doubt is actually clarity trying to break through. What you call fear is actually your soul preparing for expansion. What you call not being ready is actually you standing at the edge of your breakthrough. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I start and it doesn't work? Let me tell you something about failure that nobody talks about. And this might be the most important thing you hear today. Failure is not the opposite of success. Permission is. Let me say that again. The opposite of success is not failure. It's waiting for permission that never comes. Failure teaches you. Failure builds you. Failure is data. It's feedback. It's the universe showing you what doesn't work so you can find what does. But waiting teaches you nothing. Waiting builds nothing. Waiting is just slow death disguised as safety. You know what the real tragedy is. It's not the person who tries and fails. It's the person who dies with their music still inside them. It's the person who had the dream but never had the courage. It's you, 20 years from now, looking back and asking, what if I had just started? And here's what you need to understand. The people you admire, the ones you think have it all figured out, they didn't wait either. They were terrified. They were unqualified. They were criticized and doubted and laughed at. But they moved anyway. Because they understood something. You're learning right now. Action creates clarity. Movement creates momentum. Starting creates confidence. You don't find courage and then act. You act, and then you find courage. You don't become confident and then start. You start, and then you become confident. The permission you're waiting for comes after you move, not before. Think about that. Every certification you're waiting for, every sign you're looking for, every person whose approval you're seeking, none of that will make you feel ready. Because ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. But I'm not just going to tell you to just do it. Because we both know it's deeper than that. There's something inside you that's blocking this. Something you haven't named yet. And until you understand what it really is, you'll stay stuck. So let's go deeper. The real reason you're waiting for permission. You don't believe you deserve it yet. That's the truth, isn't it? Somewhere along the way, someone told you that you needed to earn your dreams. That you needed to prove yourself worthy first. Maybe it was a parent who said, finish school first, then you can chase your dreams. Maybe it was a teacher who said, you're not talented enough. Maybe it was society that said, stay in your lane. And you believed them. You internalized the lie that greatness is something you have to qualify for. But here's what I need you to hear. You were born qualified. You were born with permission. The moment you were given breath, you were given the right to be everything you're capable of becoming. You don't need a degree to pursue your calling. You don't need money to start your vision. You don't need approval to step into your greatness. You just need to remember who you are. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not too late, or too broken, or too unqualified. You are a warrior who's been through hell and survived. You are a dreamer who's been knocked down and stood back up. You are stronger than every excuse you've ever made. You are braver than every fear that's ever held you back. You are not someone who needs permission. You are someone who gives permission. You give others permission to dream by living yours. You give others permission to be brave by being brave first. You give others permission to rise by refusing to stay down. That's who you are. Not someone waiting in line for a chance. But someone who creates chances. Not someone hoping to be chosen. But someone who chooses themselves. Now, here's where it gets real. Because knowing this and doing this are two different things. So let me tell you exactly what to do next. Not theory, not motivation, action. Stay with me, because this is where your transformation begins. Here's what you're going to do. Right now, today. First, name the thing. What is the one thing you've been waiting for permission to do? Not 10 things. One thing. Is it starting that business? Writing that book? Leaving that toxic relationship? Pursuing that dream? Name it. Say it out loud. Write it down. Because you can't act on what you won't acknowledge. Second, identify the permission you're waiting for. Whose approval are you seeking? What sign are you looking for? What qualification do you think you need? Write it down. Now look at it. Really look at it. And ask yourself, will getting this really change how I feel? The answer is no. Because you've been lying to yourself. You don't need that thing. You just need to decide. Third, take the smallest possible action today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. If you want to start a business, register the name today. If you want to write a book, write 1 page today. If you want to get in shape, do 10 push-ups. Today. I'm not asking you to have it all figured out. I'm asking you to move. Because movement breaks the spell of waiting. Fourth, stop announcing. Start executing. Stop telling everyone what you're going to do. Stop posting about your plans. Stop seeking validation before you've done the work. Just move in silence. Build in private. Let your results do the talking. The world doesn't reward announcements. It rewards execution. Fifth, expect resistance. The moment you start, everything will try to stop you. Your fear will get louder. Your doubts will multiply. People will question you. Good. That's proof you're on the right path. Resistance only shows up when you're doing something that matters. So when it comes, and it will come, don't stop. Don't retreat. Don't wait for permission again. Push through it. Sixth, give yourself permission daily. Every morning, before you do anything else, look yourself in the mirror and say, I give myself permission to be great. I give myself permission to fail. I give myself permission to become who I'm meant to be. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your reality. Because permission is not a one-time thing. It's a daily practice. But there's one more thing. One final piece that ties everything together. Because without this, everything I've said means nothing. This is the anchor, the foundation, the truth that will carry you through every storm. Here's what you need to understand. God didn't give you that dream to watch you wait. Think about that. Every vision inside you, every calling, every desire to be more, do more, create more. God planted that. He didn't give you dreams to torture you. He gave you dreams to guide you. He didn't give you gifts to hide. He gave you gifts to use. He didn't give you a voice to stay silent. He gave you a voice to speak life. And here's the truth. When God calls you to something, He's already given you permission. You don't need a committee. You don't need a unanimous vote. You don't need the world to agree. You just need to trust that the one who created you knows what He's doing. Every setback you faced, God was preparing you. Every closed door, God was protecting you. Every season of waiting, God was positioning you. But now the waiting is over. Not because circumstances are perfect, but because you're finally ready to trust Him more than you trust your fear. See, faith is not waiting for God to move. Faith is moving because you know God is with you. It's stepping into the unknown because you trust the one who knows. It's acting without all the answers because you know the answer giver. So stop waiting for a sign. You are the sign. Stop waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. Stop waiting for permission. God already said yes. Your job is not to figure it all out. Your job is to obey the call. To move when He says move. To speak when He says speak. To build when He says build. Because God is still writing your story. And the chapter you're in right now. This is the part where the hero stops doubting and starts walking. This is the part where you stop playing small and start living large. This is the part where you finally become who you've always been. So let me leave you with this. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. For more money. For more time. For someone to believe in you. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. But start. Because every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Every opportunity you don't take is a lesson you won't learn. Every version of yourself you don't become is a life you won't live. You have everything you need right now. Not everything you want, but everything you need. Your courage, your vision, your story, your God. That's enough. So stand up, move forward, take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Your rise starts today, not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Not when the world gives you permission. Today, right now, because you were born for this. And deep down, you already know it. So stop waiting, start walking, and watch what God does with a willing heart and courageous feet. This is your moment. Don't let it pass.